Hello and welcome to Development. My name is Tammy. In this video, we're going to look at how to use Sway. But first of all, what is Sway and how do we actually navigate to that? Sway basically is where you can create interactive visualizations such as newsletters, reports, personal stories that you want to share with your friends and family. Similar to Publisher when you create newsletters, similar to PowerPoint presentations itself. But if you wanted to see something interactive as well as an alternative within Office 365, you can do so. So let's go and see how we can actually navigate and start using Office 365 Sway to create our interactive visual report. So as you notice here, I'm on my SharePoint site, but if I wanted to navigate to my other apps, notice in the upper left-hand corner, I am going to open up the app launcher to access my other Office 365 apps. So I'm going to click on it. And as you notice here, it just shows me a few of my apps. And again, this is depending on the subscription you actually have with Office 365. Now, if I don't see Sway or my other applications that I'm interested in using, notice here above Documents, you'll see a link that's called All Apps. If you click on it, it will expand a list of apps that you have based upon your Office 365 subscription. Now as I scroll down, I'm looking for Sway, which is right here. So once I select Sway, it's going to take me to the home page of Sway. Now as you notice here in front of me, I see 3 different types of ways that I can be able to use Sway. First, I have the Create New feature that will allow me to start from the beginning of creating a nice visual report or newsletters or my own personal storytelling. Then I can start from a topic. If I select Start from a topic, then I can select, well, maybe I'm interested in having an outline for dogs or maybe photos, so I can type in my topic and create an outline. The next feature that you can be able to select by using Sway is Start from a document. Maybe you have an outline of Word, PowerPoint, or PDF that you want to include as part of your interactive visualization. Now, as you notice here, right along in the middle here, it'll say My Sways. This one here comes from when I started from a topic of dinosaurs. Then you also have other choices where you can view the analytics and delete. Also, as I scroll down, you have the option of starting from a template. You can get inspired by a featured Sway. So here you have other options. Now, if you miss Create New, you also have the Create New button here, as well as on the left-hand side. Okay. So what we're going to do now is start from scratch. And what I want to do is create a basic visual report on a continent or a country itself. So I'm just going to select Create New. And then it takes me to another page. This page will show me 2 tabs over to the left-hand side, which is my storyline, where I'm going to create my interactive visualization or my report, and also design. Once I finish doing what I need to in this section, I can also go in and modify the style, the font sizes, the colors of what I want. Then, after that, over to the right, I have other navigation pieces of where I can play it to show it, as well as share it with my friends, family, and colleagues so that they can view this. Now, in order to start, like I said, I'm going to start from scratch. You'll notice here that these are considered cards, okay? So anytime I want to add a new card, I'm just going to click on the plus button to insert another card. But for starters, we just want to title our Sway. So I think I am going to do, I'm just going to title A Visit to, A Visit to maybe Australia. Now, since I just want this to be basic, I'm just going to leave the title alone, but I have the opportunity to make it italics, add some accents to it, or even create a hyperlink inside the sway itself. Now, if you notice here, I also can include a background. So if I click on the background, it will allow me to see suggested ones or suggested items that I can include as part of my background. So if I wanted to select animals, it's going to look for suggestions so that I can be able to add that inside of my background itself. So for starters, I am just going to select a lion, and I'm just going to drag it here. And there's my lion. And now I'm just going to close out because that's all I need for this. Now, if I want to also create another card, I'm just going to click on the plus. And notice here, it will allow me to choose certain other menu options, such as the suggested, my text, my media, or group. What do I want to include in this particular card? In this case, I'm just going to select text, and it adds another card. So if whatever I want to do here, I might just say I want to add a bullet. So a visit to Australia, you can say facts about Australia. Okay. And so we can be able to add, it is 14 hours. We can also add other types of facts about Australia itself, saying that it is located near another place, or no, better yet, to say it has a nice beach. Okay. So now we've added this particular card. Now what if I wanted to add another card? So now I can just click on the plus, and if I wanted to include an image, I'll just say select image, and again it'll come up with all images or videos that I might want to include. This time I want to be able to drag an image here, and I probably want to add some more images in here as well. So as you notice here, it's just allowing me to create more and more images and add more captions. So once I'm finished, I'll close out. And I'm done with, for starters, with my visual interactive storytelling about a visit to Australia. Now, if I want to make this much more prettier, I can actually select the design tab, and notice here I can be able to update the style by clicking on the style. And if I want it to be a different type of layout, I might say I want it to be vertical, I might want it to be horizontal, or maybe I want it to be slide, depending on how I want my layout to be. Now, in this section, I can customize it the way I want my font colors, my font family to actually look. So maybe I want it to have some green in it. And as you notice, it changes how I want it. If I want to remix it, as you notice, it'll remix. Or I might go back and design it again, saying a visit to Australia. Now, once I'm finished working on my design, I might want to just play it. So I have the option of actually playing it at the bottom here by selecting each slide. Okay, or going back. I'm going to close out this. Or I can actually select the play button, and it will play in that mode where I can still go in and share my photos. Now, if I like everything that I've done, all I have to do now is say, hey, I want to share this way with my friends and family. Now, you have different options to choose from. You can specify people or groups within your organization, or those in your organizations with the link, or anyone with the link you can be able to share it with. And then you have other options where you can be able to say require password to view or edit display. So you can limit your permissions of viewing your creative interactive report itself. So after you have decided that you wanted to finish sharing, then you can go back and you'll notice here, after I've finished, I am going to go back to my outline here. And as you notice, it takes me back to my home. Okay. So with this, we've looked at what is Sway and how we can be able to use Sway to create our own interactive visualization. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. My name is Tammy, and thank you so much from Develop.